So back when we covered DC and Sonic the Hedgehog, issue number 3, the very first page had a character that I never knew about. So today we're going to be covering the debut issue for Shade from DC Comics. Not to be confused with Shade the Echidna from Sega. So without further delay, one of Jay Garrick's old Flash villains. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not joking, and I'm actually kind of surprised by it. So let's just jump right into it. Today's story starts off with a little blur beforehand. A blanket of blackness muffles a helpless city. Crime stalks beneath dark skies to keep a rendezvous with death. Against the shade, master of evil, and the jet cloud that blinds the metropolis, stands the Flash. He works alone, blinded himself by the pall of pitch, yet he fights on grimly against the man who commanded the night. At 12 noon, by the clock on the tribute tower, a sudden pall falls across the city's teeming streets. That must be an eclipse of the sun, or it's going to be some storm. Wow! I promised the wife I'd be home to dinner, and here it is. High time already. She'll cut me to ribbons. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Gotta think up a good one. Yeah, he's kinda drunk. At the luxurious home of Damask Darling. Society lovely. Ooh, it's still dark. I can get some more sleep before my debut tonight. Hey, Damask, I'm scared. It's so dark. I'm more scared now than when I went to my debut. I didn't think you could remember that far back. That's not nice of you to remind me that I'm not so young anymore. Well, you had your chance. Now it's my turn. Oh, Fanny, I'm scared. That's darkness. It's all around us. Say, the lights don't work. Funny. Even the lights are turning dark. How will I find my way home? Jay Garrick and Joan Williams notice the waning daylight. How can I work with no lights? That's mighty queer. If this were only an eclipse, the electric lights would work, which means something is afoot. I wanted to have my portrait finished by this evening, too. Damask Darling is making her debut, and we've been invited. Something tells me there's a lot that's rotten around here. No light, no work. I'll starve to death. I've got to leave you, Joan. I want to discover what's causing the sudden darkness. As the Flash. Don't be gone long. But the Flash finds himself brought up short against a veritable wall of blackness. Whoa there! I'd better slow down. I can't race around in this darkness at my usual speed for fear of hurting someone. Meanwhile, in a deserted factory at the other end of town, a man known as Shade addressing his gang. By now, the entire city is clothed in blackness. See that no cop remains in the city for the next 2 hours. Ordinary lights are useless in this darkness. Use these Cosmo Ray guns. They focus the light of cosmic rays. Great, we can see with them. Let's go, boys. Brakes scream as a car draws up before a police station. This is one job I sure enjoy. Us kidnapping a whole police force. Dazed by the veil of darkness, the police were easy victims of the Shade's gunmen. Take that! How yous guys liking getting punched around, hey? And we can't do nothing. A few more raids like this, and the city won't have no more police force left. From one end of the city to the other, the Shades men visit police station after police station, removing from the precinct buildings the entire police force of bluecoats. What a scheme! It ain't got a flaw in it. Without cops to guard it, the city is ours. Meanwhile, the poor drunk is still wandering around. Wow, okay, he was drunk. Somebody show me the way to go home. Please show me the way to go home. He's worse off than I am. We're both useless unless this blackness lets up. But at least I know what I'm doing. Shay, you know where I live? Sorry, no. You know how I can get home? No, I don't. Shay, you don't know much, do you? Maybe not, but I'm not lost. Maybe the police could solve your problem. That's an idea. Maybe they could solve mine too. That's queer. The police station is deserted. Not a soul around. Whee! I'm delirious. I am a whirlwind, a hurricane, a spitfire. I can't understand what happened to them. But am I dizzy? In the police station, the delayed homegoer opens a closed door and a burst of light seemingly falls from the shelf. Yo! Liquid light! That's what it is! Wow! Am I drunk? Looks like golden sand, but that can hardly be. It isn't sand, but what is it? I never had 'em this bad before. Never again. Never again. It's the wagon for me. Dust. Glowing dust. Say, what sort of mystery have I stumbled into here? Perhaps my old professor can help me out. I know what might have caused this blackness, but I want to have my theory checked. A lack of dust would mean that the sun's rays had nothing to reflect their light. It would plunge the world into blackness, right? Yes, quite true. Dust in the air reflects light and color, and a slight amount of dust colors the air blue. Lack of dust would mean everything would be in total darkness as now. A lot of dust and the sunshine is reflected as usual. Yeah, there's only one thing I have to do, and I have to do it fast. The Shade and his men are not idle either. The time has come for us to cash in on our little discovery. We'll visit every bank from here to the river. Good work, boys! Those ray guns give us enough light to see by. Now let's get on to the next bank. Right! This was a cinch. Bank after bank is helpless before the Shade's raids. The light from these Cosmo ray guns guide us easily. Yeah, and when we hear the cops coming toward the light, we switch them off, and they are helpless. Great work! With all this wealth, I'm the greatest money baron in the country. All I need now is a little jewelry, and I know where to find it. Meanwhile, the Flash has not been idle. On almost winged feet, he speeds into the country, a deserted stretch of barren ground. This is the ideal spot to begin my work. Around and round darts the Flash in a great circle. His terrific speed heats the air that rises swiftly in a mighty circle, revolving and circling around like a tornado. It won't be long now. Time to deal with their plan. A few of these dusty tornadoes, and I'll have normal light restored in that city. Whirlwind after whirlwind hits the city. The dust scatters, reflecting the sun's rays. Light reappears in the city streets. Oh, thank heavens! I thought it would never end. Who turned off our machine? I've got to see about that. You guys keep up the good work. Sure, but maybe they're wise to us. What's the diff? We've captured the whole police force. It looks like, the one on the right kind of twisted his head a few times around. Oh well. Into a room containing a queer instrument races the shade. It's still working. Say, somebody stirred up a lot of dust that this thing can't eliminate. Well, it's all right now. I got the cops out of the way, and since it's light again, plans for Damask Darling's debut will probably go on as scheduled. Here's our friend again. We'll see him later, as we now flash across the town to the Flash. Wow, I must have been out all night. It's morning again. No police are around the city at all. Look at those thugs looting that bank. Just a moment, boys. Haven't you forgotten something? Yeah, but we had to leave the rest of the dough for the next trip. Huh? Hey! You've forgotten to leave the money where you found it. But we'll fix that. Yo! What's got a hold of me? You don't seem to realize that? Oh, well, whatever. And me too. So terribly fast are his movements that the Flash can thrust a human head through metal without injury. You boys are so crazy about banks, why not really look into the business? Yow! You second-story men don't belong on the ground floor, so up you go! As he just casually throws the other one into the frickin' ceiling. Help! Any damage those crooks do will come out of their own pockets, and I'll see that it does. Wow. Hello, fellas. Time out for some head work. Hey, who's talking to us? I'm in a bit of a hurry, so I've got to keep you boys out of any further mischief by chucking them away. Holy shit. And into a fire hydrant. What the shit? That'll cool you off until the water department arrives. Don't you mean the fire department? Hey, let me go. Let me go. Hey. The other one got stuck to a light post. Get away from that post. Always lean against that one. Pick yourself another one. If I get out of this, I'll pick another one and wrap it around your neck. What are you, Superman? My, you're in an awful state, are you? Shh, mustn't let it get you, though. Listen, punk, anytime you want to start something, say, go to the Masked Darling's debut tonight and tell the Shade what happened, huh? How's about it? Shade, huh? Alright, I'll do it. As he snaps his fingers. They certainly are scouring the town for every available dollar. All right. They must have robbed every bank there is. How big is the city? Jeez. Money coming out of midair, and my papers going. The Invisible Man is on the loose. I haven't done this for a long time, but it's as good as any to start. When I start heaving these little paper airplanes, those crooks are going to wonder who turned the Blitzkrieg loose. With the speed with which I throw them, they feel like bullets hitting them. Youch! Yow! Somebody's using a Tommy gun with a silencer, except that's no silencer working on a Tommy gun. Grasping a thug's ankles, the Flash moves them back and forth on the pavement with such incredible rapidity that his feet start smoking. Here's a modern hot foot done without mirrors or matches. What the shit? Yow! Oof! Ow! I'm burning up. You will, unless you explain what's behind that sudden blackness, where the police have gone to, and who is behind your bank robbing activities. The Flash! Now I get it. Unhinge that tongue of yours. Come on, speak up. It's the Shade. He's got a machine to take all of the dust out of the air. That's what makes it get dark. He kidnapped all the coppers. He's robbing all the banks. I'm just working for him. That's all. Aha! So you say that the Shade is attending the Masked Darling debut tonight, huh? I'll just take you along to make sure you're telling the truth. All I hope is that he don't change his mind, that's all, or it'll be too bad for me. After Darling Mansion, the finest collection of society's jewels will be at my debut. They sure will. Society's jewels and droops. What a dull night this is going to be. You're jealous because I'm so pretty. Me? Jealous? My eyes are naturally green. Oh, here comes the guest? Don't know how they keep such a funny house. Can't even find one of them. Wonder how he got in and what he's looking for. Here comes the Shade. He don't look no shade. Well, he kind of looks shady, but whatever. Don't bother introducing me. I'll find my way about. Very good, sir. And here comes what's left of the Shade's men after the Flash got through with them. We haven't heard from the boys who was out with the Shade this afternoon. Maybe they double-crossed him and beat it with the dough. I'll drop you somewhere while I check up on what's going on around this place. Drop me gently, please. Not through a wall or something. This is the last window, and I don't see it yet. Can't understand it. Ahem. Is there something I can do for you? A man said to tell a Shade something, and there's not a Shade in the house. Not a single Shade. Tell the Shade something. What? That's what I want to know, too. What is it you're to have told the Shade? Tell him, a couple of men of his have been put out of commission. Say, you're the one who did it. My pal, the Flash. The Flash? Quick, start the machine working. Just enough to blanket this house in darkness. Right. Here she goes. The confusion and terror created by the return of the blackness will let me take a fortune in gems and jewels from the society folk here. Oh, that terrible darkness is here again. Pardon me, time to go home for supper. So long, everybody. That means the Shade is here. I have to do work. So, that's the thing that's doing all the damage. Here's where it starts working in reverse. Unable to see the Flash because of the sheer rapidity of his movements, the Shade's men are stupefied. Reversing the procedure will make plenty of light to see by. Hey, the machine is out of commission. Something's gone wrong. Something's gone wrong, all right. The Flash is here, boys. The Flash, no wonder. Oof. Nose dopes. They didn't operate my machine right. They did, but I didn't. This is only a small portion of what I'd like to dish out to you. Where's the police force of the city? In my house at New Rock Harbor. In less than a split second, the Flash races towards New Rock Harbor and frees the police. It was so sudden, we had no chance to defend ourselves. Wait till we get that guy and his gang. I'll give you the chance. They're at the Darling Mansion. I'll wait for you there. Keep 'em flying. Within an hour, Shade and his men are under control. The stolen jewels return, and the darkness machine taken to the district attorney's office as Exhibit A. Flash said we'd find the rest of your men in front of the town banks, so we'll pick them up on the way. Oh, I forgot Joan. She's waiting for me to bring her to the debut here. On the way back to the Darling debut, Joan and Jay are treated to an odd sight. I'll teach you to come home to dinner at this hour of the night. Help! Flash, my pal, where are you? He knows you? Yes, we're old friends. I won't help him. Maybe his wife will teach him it never pays to drink. Well, never pays to stay drunk. And that's it for the debut issue of The Shade from DC Comics. There were other stories as well with this one, but I wanted to focus on this story in particular. So until next time, everybody, enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye.